Hi everyone. I wanted to give you a quick overview on assignment 2, give you a little bit of guidance as we head into it. So as you know, assignment 2 is going to be about working within a group. So I've asked a few questions here, and it's going to be particularly about managing teams. So I've linked you to your Open Education textbook, chapter 15, and here you can see there's a whole chapter about managing teams. There's an introduction, workplace teamwork, team development, things to consider. So there's lots of good content here in this chapter. Make sure you read it ahead of time. I'll be looking for you to reference at least one section of this textbook when you come up with your podcast, as well as just like the last assignment and just like the next 8 assignments, you'll be looking for 3 total sources. So this can be one of them. If we take a look at the instructions, what I'm looking for you to do is create a podcast. I want you to discuss the following topics: so the dynamics and effects of groups on management. We want to know how can we make groups more effective, what are best practices. If you want to relate to working with groups in school, that's great. If you have situations at work that you work with groups and you can talk to them, that is excellent. Now, for those of you that don't know what a podcast is, I highly recommend taking a look at your podcast app on your phone or just Googling podcast. But it is essentially someone speaking, or audio of people speaking, and they tell a story. They often will reference information, and they will make it interesting. So it's not just you telling me or reading back to me information. It's you kind of giving perspective, giving your own spin on it. It should be entertaining. So it is an entertainment assignment. So you do need to use the proper information, but you do have to present it in an interesting way. Just a quick note, since I mentioned read back, if you do read directly anything from another website, that would be considered plagiarism. Of course, you can read a quote or a sentence or two, as long as you directly source and say this came from this person on this website or article, just as a note. So, we need to make it entertaining. So that means I'm looking to give you full creativity marks. Whether it be background music, if you interview somebody, let's say you have a boss that manages a team, and you just want to talk to them for a minute or two and ask them a few quick questions to say, hey, what do you find works for you? Or, hey, I've sourced this information, do you use this in the workplace? That would be a really great and really interesting podcast. I'm looking for it to be 3 to 5 minutes, should not be longer than 5 minutes, so I did give you an example. I believe it spanned past 5 minutes a little bit, so they do not get full marks. And it should be hosted online, and then it's going to be uploaded to Brightspace in the assignment section. So now, a lot of you, again, are probably saying, I've never made a podcast, I've never done anything like this. So what you don't need to worry about, I've just Googled podcast editor, and here you see the first one, Audacity. I've downloaded that and used it in the past. It's super simple. You can just upload your voice notes. You can take a voice note on your phone. You can upload it in here. You can zoom in and break it down by the second. So let's say you have a pause for 10 seconds. You want to cut it out. You can just highlight, delete, and it's gone. Or let's say you wanted to add in background music. You can grab some background music and you can add it to the back as a second. So I haven't added any yet, but if I did, it would just go in here. And let's say it was, I can't hear the words because it's too loud. You can just turn down the background music and turn up your main audio. So there's lots of little things to do. Sound effects, you can use clips, all sorts of really easy. Once you get this program on your computer, it will take you 10-15 minutes to figure it out. It's not as complicated as it sounds. And it's a really cool skill and really fun to do. Finally, when it's done, you can save it, and you can download it as an MP4. It's totally free, and you can I like to use Podbean. You can log in, sign up for free, and it is a free hosting site for podcasts. What you get is exactly a page that looks like this with just a play button, and you can put the link into your document and send it off to me. Now, I am looking for you to use 3 sources, so what I would recommend is putting your references within the document that has the link when you upload it. So I'll be able to see your 3 references on paper, and then I'll be able to click the link to get to your podcast. So I hope that cleared up some of the information, what you were thinking and some of your questions. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. We can set up a video call, or just I can respond to your email, and we can get you through assignment 2 and some great marks. One other quick note, just because I've done this assignment before, yes, this is about group work, yes, this is about managing teams, but it is not a group assignment. This is not something you should be doing with anybody else. This is an individual assignment. I just want to be clear, because some students have made that mistake in the past, and I'd hate to give 0 marks for working together when I know you're all capable of doing an excellent project. Have a great day and good luck with your assignment.